was the Storyteller app, and our collection inadvertently was also based on this story, which was very expressionism art. It's about this character, or so to say, make-believe character called Vanessa in her mind. She's the protagonist who lived in the 1930s, pre-independence, in a very vintage Haveli in Kolkata, all figment of imagination. But she is someone who is now caught up in time because she's old. And she was a social avatar who was actually very, very full of herself. She was almost like a device, and she was just about passing through all the moods of her journey during the independence, post-partition, pre-partition. She loved the colonial flavor. So that set the backdrop, and she was just reliving her thoughts, and her process was being transformed into the model. So each model was a Vanessa who was just reliving it in the contemporary setting. So that I felt was a perfect fit, because it was storytelling from our perspective too.
Shantanu said the whole round. But having said that, I think that Shantanu Nikhil as a brand also signifies a strong flavor of what India has and where India is going. I think that is very critical for us. So if you look at the silhouettes, they're as cutting edge as a Nokia phone, for example, and I'll explain that how. Instead of doing classic saris, we've done saris with short blouses and peplum shapes at the bottom, and there are more like sari gowns than saris. Lots of dresses with a hint of vintage, but definitely contemporary. A setting that can be used in today's day and age, can be worn at parties today, here in India or anywhere in the world. So the whole idea was to take vintage India and make it contemporary.